80% of my time is always in alignment, either the initial alignment, the action alignment, or the adjustment alignment. And what I'm aligning is the capabilities, the skills, the knowledge, the desire, the product, services, and solutions, the brand with what's doing well, what's stable, and what I think is doing well according to the circumstances of the day. Since 1981, Justin has been producing world-class Bordeaux-style wines from Paso Robles on California's Central Coast. As the pioneer of Paso, Justin wines are what put Paso Robles on the winemaking map. The Justin team believes that wine should be exceptional from every angle, which is why their team uses boutique winemaking practices like hand harvesting and hand sorting. With a rich history of accolades, Justin produces exceptional wines and is proud to be America's #1 luxury Cabernet. Whether you're the first-time wine drinker or a wine aficionado, Justin has a wine for every celebration and occasion. Visit justinwine.com and enter promo code PLAYBOOK20 for 20% off your order. Justin offers the perfect holiday gifts for clients, colleagues, friends, or family. Be sure to check them out at justinwine.com to receive 20% off your order for a limited time and use the promo code PLAYBOOK20. I'm going to get started. We're going to take Marianne first, it looks like, and then we'll get going. Here we go.
Hi. Hello. I'm at a friend's house. I'm helping her out.
You're allowed to ask questions from anywhere.
Okay. So I just want to actually say thank you. So my confidence level from hearing and being around what I feel is emotionally intelligent people and detoxing from the environment I've been in has just shot up, especially since our phone call last week, Ask Me Anything, seeing how I showed up. And just the opportunities now that have come my way through my own people, and of course through your people as well that I was with last night.
We just call them our people.
Yes, our people. Yes.
And my training is going to be about our people on Wednesday. I'm doing a surround yourself with the right people training.
Is that online?
Yeah.
Well, I'm joining, you know that. So yeah. I just wanted to say that the elevation just by being here, I have really nothing to ask you for any specific requests today, but I just want to tell everybody on this line just to stay here because the learning is tremendous and what I have to offer. And I was with Bruce last night, just to let you know.
Bruce Cardenas?
Yeah, he's in town and we went to a whole gun show and even the people that I met through him. And I got an opportunity that came my way for project management, not coaching, though I said, I wanted to throw myself all in coaching, but there's coaching to be done there. So I'm going to take that opportunity while I build my coaching business as well. Beautiful. So now it's about pricing myself in this because it's new for me and developing a
value and bottom line.
Right. So it's about building a contract. Who do I go to see about contracting? Do I just develop my own contracted service or
are you talking about the actual paper contract or number one, I have Landon Dirkson's a great lawyer that does that stuff simply. I think through ChatGPT, you can get some good templates too. Just determine on, how and what structure you want and how detailed and significant you want. But I go to ChatGPT and say, here's the terms of the agreement for Nevada state law or federal law. Please create a contract for these parties in this way and see what you get.
Okay. Or do I just, since it's also a friend, do I just use something like the agreement that you have?
Yeah, if it's a friend, I like a memorialization that keeps in mind that time, emotion, and value changes. And I just like to have a memorialization so I remember what I promised to do and that I'm able to facilitate adapting the circumstances of the day to make sure that we both mutually benefit from it. So you could use that template. And
I can use your template and just, okay. I just wanted to make sure that was legit, that I'm allowed to copy it. I don't want to take anything.
I'm abundant. I'm here to be of service. So
okay. Well, I'm so excited.
It's mine, it's yours, it's ours.
Oh, it's the ours thing. I love that about you. I can't wait till you're back here. And I'm coming in February to JAR's thing in San Francisco.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, we'll be with Arjun and you. Awesome. I will look forward to, I'll see you before then, I'm sure. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Keep up the good work. All right.
Amazing.
I'm going to take Dimitri next. He's waiting patiently. So We'll bring him up. Hey, buddy.
Hey, how's it going, David?
I'm doing fantastic. Where are you? Is it nighttime there? It looks dark.
So yeah, I'm in Cleveland, Ohio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Go
I'm originally
Buckeyes.
yes
I'm getting
sir,
ready
yes
for the
sir,
game. I'm getting
yes
ready for
sir.
the game.
I'm originally from Akron, Ohio. Again, I went to Bookto High School, graduated in '05. And yeah, I've been watching you for a minute now, man, and I'm loving everything that you're doing and everything, man.
Thank you so much. And anyone from Akron, anyone that went to Bookville, your family. So you get extra priority in our private networking group. But do you have a question or anything I can do to help you tonight?
Yes, so currently I'm working on trying to get EV charging stations running up in my area. I think that's the next wave, especially with the economy and how everything is shifting to a more clean choice of energy. So I'm looking to get host sites agreements, but I'm having trouble. I don't know how to go about approaching businesses and talking to these owners and asking, for how to get the agreement signed, and
Sure.
you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course. So what I would do is practice articulating the quantitative value. So, for example, we are way ahead in California than where you are in Ohio.
Yes.
And so locating the ideal spots where people have unused parking places, that are out far, far away from the store, and then creating a revenue share model where, you will pay for the installation of the EV units and that you will create a revenue share for parking places that they're not using. And it will also drive traffic to the store because people will come there to charge their cars, and while they're charging their cars they'll go into their store. And so I would make a few points of how you're going to give them more of what they like, which is money and customers, and you're going to take away what they don't like, which is empty parking places. And so sticking to those three things and practicing articulating the value of that, you could have a very simple agreement that says, they will give you these 8 spots. You in turn will put the units in, and in turn give them this percentage of all revenue generated and drive traffic to their business, because every single year more and more people are going to want to use those spots. And you may take into consideration that if successful, you have an option for another 8 spots or another 8 spots, or at least first right of refusal on any future spots, and include that as well. Does that sound fair?
Yes, that sounds excellent.
And you could call me in the interim. You'll come on every week. We're on every day. You're in the private networking group too, right?
So not as of yet. I got to do more talking with Colleen, but we're gonna get together and we're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, because we'll be able to work with you. Like I said, and also make some other introductions. So love to help you, my brother. Go Buckeyes! Watch the game tonight.
Yes, sir. Let's get it.
Let's get it. See you later. This show is brought to you by BetterHelp. Therapy is a great tool for facing your fears and finding ways to overcome them, because sometimes the scariest thing is not facing our fears in the first place and holding ourselves back. It's helpful for learning positive coping skills and how to set boundaries. It empowers you to be the best version of yourself. It isn't just for those who've experienced major trauma. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists anytime for no additional charge. Overcome your fears with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/playbook today to get a 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/playbook. Imagine starting a small business, your first customer, first hire, first real paycheck. But everything isn't just exciting, it's scary. That's where JustWorks come in, the all-in-one platform that supports small business growth. Access seamless tools that help with benefits, payroll, HR, and compliance with transparent pricing. It's time to make payroll painless. Run payroll in 90 seconds or less and automate payments so you can set it and forget it. Did you know in 2023 alone, they processed over 25.6 billion in trusted payroll customers. Don't worry about the paperwork piling up either. They take care of payroll tax documents and reporting to help you stay compliant. Visit justworks.com/podcast to join the thousands of small businesses that trust JustWorks to take care of payroll, benefits, compliance, and more. That's justworks.com/podcast. All right, Blaine, what do you got for me?
How are you doing, David? Thank you for doing this. I'm grateful to be here.
Grateful to have you. Thanks for joining us.
When it almost seems like you're like reconnecting to your highest purpose, and it's like whenever the emotion or things that happen, because everyone has down moments, and you're constant kind of express that happens. It's like you're reconnecting. What are some ways, whether it's like through breath or like some physical things that you might do to bring your body into that when you're doing that? So it's like it helps me to sometimes breathe, but what's some things that you do to connect that way?
Well, first of all, that's super smart, right? So, and I would like first to shift your idea. Instead of reconnecting, let's see how we identify what we're doing to interfere with the connection, right? We're already connected. We're always connected. It's an infinite, abundant, all-powerful source of energy that we're always connected with. So I want you to shift the paradigm of what am I doing physically to interfere with it? And let's start with the 4 things that we need physically to live. And you name one of them right off the bat. What am I doing breathing wise to interfere with my great, omniscient, all-powerful, all-knowing source? The thing that's bigger than me, that loves me, protects me, promotes me, perfects me more than my mom. So number 1, you already got down, breathing. 2, what else do we need to live? Oh, eating. So what are we eating to interfere? If we don't eat, we're going to die. If we don't breathe, we're going to die. So what are we eating that's going to interfere with the omniscient and all-powerful source? The third one, drinking, right? If we don't drink, we're going to die. So how am I hydrating myself? And is that interfering with my higher self? And then the one that is most overlooked because people cheat it all the time, which is sleeping. You spend way more time sleeping than you do any other behavior. And so if you see, what am I doing to interfere with my higher self when I'm sleeping? Am I not recovering well? Am I not accessing, or am I interfering with that connection while I sleep? Am I waking up more tired in the morning than when I went to bed? That makes no sense. It would be like breathing all day and being out of breath, or drinking all day and being thirsty, or eating all day and being hungry. People sleep all day and they're tired. What are you doing to interfere with it? And the best and first step is to find someone who's an expert. And now that we have social media and content, find the experts to teach you how to get to where you want to be or better, to answer those questions of directions and give you suggestions on how to create practices that will do 3 things. They'll accelerate your progress, they'll aggregate all the powers around you, and they will create an exponential outcome. Instead of just getting 1 for 1, you'll get 1 to 10 for the effort that you put in and the outcomes that you want to achieve. And so, Blaine, I'd start with those 4 basic principles of physicality and shift your paradigm. Instead of, how do I get the connection, to what am I doing to interfere with it? Does that sound fair?
Yes, I really appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Thank you for coming on, asking the questions. Hopefully you're part of our networking group. We love to have you as well. Everybody, if you don't have that information, please, this group is incredible. They're all people that want to help each other and know people that help each other. You can email me directly, david@dmeltzer.com.
I think for your 5 daily practices, which is such a fantastic reminder of like just balancing yourself every morning, how have those evolved for you over your creation of making those, and how have those really just affected who you are?
Well, I mean, it's a understanding of behaviors. And so the evolution and unraveling of information and understanding and pursuing a greater awareness, to me, has all been in the context of practices help to identify the clues of which practices are aligned with where I want to be or better, to identify the patterns of which practices they allow me to get to where I want to be better and allow me to make better choices of what non-negotiable or negotiable behaviors I want to practice. And so the 5 daily practices were an evolution in itself of understanding a relationship between circumstance of today, meaning of the past, and the divine direction in which I think I want to be in, according to my own imagination or my own self-image. And so at its core, understanding the basics of activities or behaviors aligned in circumstance, meaning, and imagination, I then derive and continually to improve on how do I formulate what it is that I want non-negotiably and negotiably according to the circumstances, the meaning, and the divine direction, self-image. Then facilitating even greater advancement in understanding who I can help and who can help me, which is confirming this community that we're trying to grow of people who want to help each other and know people that can help each other, that buy from each other, sell for each other. Then the real complexity lies in the research that I'm doing in the how of utilization of linear time reconciled with infinite time, of understanding planned, unplanned, activities paid for, unpaid for, sleep, understanding the how, the negotiables and the non-negotiables and the circumstance, meaning, and divine direction all interplay with the guarantee of God of 24 hours a day, guaranteed every single day, except for the last day. You'll be cheated, of course, seconds, minutes, or hours. But in that understanding of how am I utilizing time in both linear and infinite to be productive, accessible, and gracious, and then being present, knowing the now, and facilitating more and more understanding of prioritization within the context of the circumstances that change instantly in time, emotion, and value, the meaning which we have the power to change instantly according to those time, value, and emotion, and our own imagination or self-image, which are also a reaction of the circumstances or the change in the time, emotion, and value. But when I can derive a better systematic way to know my now and know my next, to utilize the antidote to feeling overwhelmed or feeling or procrastinating, not growing, not progressing, not practicing, and choosing the wrong behaviors that may be accelerating or interfering with where we want to be or better. And that leads me finally to the application of why, the inspiration, the 5th daily practice, which I'm continually every single day for a minimum of 10 minutes a day doing research on faith to combine with the wisdom of the what, the who, the how, and the now in order to facilitate shorting the distance of resistance that we create from the reaction that we have to that which is not godly, that is ego, edging God out of our life and goodness out of our life and gold out of our life. And when we get into a greater understanding, once again, of this reaction to fear and where our opposition lies in interfering with where we want to be or better, with different needs that are perceived of being right, offended, separate, inferior, superior, anxious, frustrated, angry, guilty, resentful, etc. We start to facilitate a reconciliation in the infinite with the linear, in the man-made construct, the human experience, the spiritual experience, understanding how the mind, body, and soul are interrelated in these efforts through the 5 daily practices of an elevation in the repetition and understanding and knowing, even though the evidence is not there or it may be contrary to where we want to be or better, still facilitating growth and progress through practice. And for me, it's constantly elevating my awareness to not only these issues of knowing our what, our who, our how, our now, and applying our why, but a framework around it in which to effectuate a stable environment in a completely chaotic world outside of us, notating the only chaos that exists, the only thing that is not chaotic outside of us. All certainty lies within us, and understanding our skills, our knowledge, and desires will help in that understanding of certainty that lies within us, because we can't see outside of us what we can't find inside of us. But more importantly, knowing that time is the only certainty, and man-made constructive time is the only certainty that we can rely on outside of us. If we tell everybody that we will meet somewhere in 5 minutes from now, or at 3:30 Pacific time. If everybody's on time, we'll all be there at the same time. If we say be there when you're hungry, tired, or thirsty, nobody's going to be there at the same time. So looking at the time as far as man-made constructive time being the only certainty or stable data that we can rely upon, we now have a firm dependent variable in which to quantify the progress that we make by utilization of time and its impact and effect as far as attention and intention go, knowing that what we pay attention to within the 5 daily practices and what we give intention to within the 5 daily practices, knowing our what, our who, our how, our now, and applying our why, equals the coincidences, the coinciding, the consequences, results, and outcomes that we desire. And so that's the journey that I'm on. And the foundational practices are, for me, the necessity in order to quantify the improvements that I'm making. It's also a catalyst of change and a catalyst of improvement. If anybody would like those 5 daily practices and start their journey, I've been on that 5 daily practice journey for over 18 years. And so I don't expect you at the very core to understand all the different nuances and layers and awareness that I have. But if you'd like to start the journey of being more efficient, effective, and statistically successful, more productive, accessible, and gracious in your human experience, reconciled in the infinite, then I suggest at least elevating your awareness or getting exposure to the 5 daily practices and allow you to live in I am and figure out what you're doing to interfere with what I am. Happy, healthy, wealthy, worthy. What are you doing to interfere with it? What a great way to finish up. Colleen, thank you so much. Remember, be more interested than interesting. Thank you, everyone, for your time. See you later.